Namaste. Hamisha Khushrao Bitia. Myself, Dr. Gaurav Gupta, Assistant Professor, Department of Forensic Medicine and Toxicology, Faculty of Homeopathic Science, Jyoti Vidyapith Women's University, Jaipur. And today's topic, mechanical asphyxia. We are going to discuss drowning. Drowning is a form of asphyxia death due to the aspiration of fluid into the air passage by submersion of the body in water or fluid medium. Complete submersion is not necessary. Only the nose and mouth is enough. Classification. It is of four types: wet drowning, dry drowning, secondary drowning, and immersion syndrome. It is also classified as typical and atypical. Typical drowning is obstruction of air passage and lungs by inhalation of fluid. Typically, signs are found at autopsy. Atypical drowning is a condition in which there is very little or no inhalation of water or fluid in the air passage, or dry drowning, or immersion syndrome. Submersion of the unconscious. Typical drowning can be freshwater drowning or saltwater drowning. Freshwater drowning, water crosses the alveolar membrane into the circulation and produces marked hypervolemia. Red cells swells or burst hemolysis, liberating potassium, and circulation will suffer 50% of dilution within 2 to 3 minutes. The heart is submitted to the result of anoxia, hypervolemia, potassium excess, and sodium deficit. Ventricular fibrillation due to anoxia and potassium excess within 4 to 5 minutes. In saltwater drowning, there is marked hypertonicity of the inhaled water that causes loss of fluid from circulation into the lungs, fulminating pulmonary edema and progressive hypovolemia results. Circulatory shock and cardiac arrest occurs. Atypical drowning is drowning where intense laryngeal spasm due to entry of water into nasopharynx and larynx. Here, where very little water enters into the lungs, best case of resuscitation is this. Immersion syndrome, it is due to the sudden impact with very cold water and causes death from cardiac arrest. Victims are young, people with excess of alcohol. It also results from falling or diving with feet or duck diving by the inexperienced swimmers. There is loss of consciousness instantaneous and death occurs in few minutes. Autopsy discloses none of the usual signs of drowning. Submersion of the unconscious, commonly seen if the victim is suffering from the disease like epilepsy, heart disease, and in drunk condition or head injury during fall. Ballooning of the lungs may be absent, formation of the form may be negligible. Complete picture of death by drowning is not found. Secondary drowning or near drowning, it is mainly due to infection from inhalation of contaminated water. Lung complications, oxygen lack, tired heart muscles, and cerebral edema results. A victim look alert and breathing, may respond to initial resuscitation, late stage, respiratory distress, hypertension, and cardiac arrhythmia may cause death. The cycle of drowning is deep inspiration, water enters into respiratory passage, results into cough reflex, leading to air driven out of lungs, and there is need of air, which again causes deep inspiration. So this cycle goes on and continues. The pathophysiology of drowning, the pulmonary alveolar lining is semi-permeable. If water enters the alveoli, the exchange of water takes place through the alveolar lining. The extent and direction of these changes depends on the difference between the osmotic pressure of the blood and the water. Drowning in fresh water or brackish water. In drowning in fresh water, 2.5 liters of more of water may be inhaled and absorbed in 3 minutes. Blood volume may be increased by 50%, causing a great strain on the heart due to hypervolemia. Hemodilution leads to hemolysis, relative anemia, myocardial hypoxia, hemoglobinemia, and hemoglobinuria, marked hyponatremia, and hyperkalemia. Calcium level may fall to 2 millimole per liter. Freshwater alters to deter Freshwater alters the protective surfactant which lines the alveolar wall, while seawater dilutes or washes it away. The defective functioning of the surfactant leads to pulmonary edema with transudation of protein-rich fluid into the alveolar spaces, hypoxia, and secondary metabolic acidosis. Acute respiratory distress syndrome may result from aspiration if the person survives. Severe hypotension may occur during and after the initial resuscitation period. When water is inhaled, debris plugged plugging the patient's airway and release of inflammatory mediators causes increased peripheral airway resistance with pulmonary vasoconstriction, development of pulmonary hypertension, decreased lung compliance, and fall of ventilation perfusion ratios. The, the heart is subjected to hypoxia, overfilling, sodium deficit, and potassium excess. Cardiac arrhythmias leading to ventricular tachycardia and fibrillation occurs probably due to hypoxia and hemodilution. Hypoxemia and hyperkalemia may directly damage the myocardium, decreasing the cardiac output, metabolic acidosis, and impact cardiac function. This session is powered by Digital Version 2.0, Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University. Hope you are satisfied with my digital session. If you have any query, please mention in comment box. I will resolve it. Thank you.